Aloha, I'm Dr. Mari, and I'm going to be interviewing some of our most recent participants in the Terrain Modification program here in Hawaii on the Big Island. So what we basically do here is a 21-day super advanced detox. It's like a healthy vacation, basically 7 days of water fasting, 7 days of liquids, coconut water or green juices, and then 7 days of raw food refeeding where we learn how to make raw food and experiment with healthy cooking or not cooking. So I am going to introduce everybody without further ado. This is Chris, and he's actually midway through on his journey. He's on his 11th day of water only. And then we have over here the lovely Betty.
Aloha.
All the way from Singapore. And she is leaving us tomorrow. So she's done the whole 21-day program. And so we're going to get into a little bit of questioning with them about their experience.
She's graduated the marathon.
Fantastic and feeling awesome.
Yeah, so Betty, maybe tell us a little bit about your health journey and how you ended up here.
Sure. So, well, I've been actually a pretty health conscious myself. I've been trying to live healthy for the past 10 years, exercising, learning everything from, some, website, try to experiment and all this kind of thing. But for the past 1.5 years, I bumped into the Cassar website. And I watched a few of his videos, and it's like, wow, this guy is different. And the approach that he was trying to share with us, which I find really intriguing.
Terrain modification?
Yeah, which is like, what is that? What is this terrain modification thing? So the more I learn, the more I watch, and the more like my curiosity just like keep coming up. Say, this is different. This is, and I gotta try this. And I did try a few of his, sharing on how to make a detoxification drinks, yeah. And was like, wow, that's strange, but and then what happened that make me come here was about maybe a few months ago. I bumped into this. There's a retreat that's going on here, and I was like, this is a perfect chance for me to dive into it and to really take my health to the next step, And when I shared this with a few friends back home, they're like, why are you doing this? You're healthy, you're doing all the right thing. But I feel, somehow I know it that, there's still more that I can learn, that I can, especially from you guys, but, rejuvenation, detoxification, it's never end. It's a never end journey. And that's what I'm here for, and I'm really glad I did that.
And you're having fun. I see you all the time.
Yeah.
So happy, having fun.
Yep.
And you know what? You too. I've been watching you too.
Chris.
Look at this guy. He looks like a model now.
So Chris is from, let me just say something. So Chris is from Long Island, and basically he's been, just like Betty, on his health journey for some time now. You want to just say a little bit about your health journey and how you got here?
Well, I started around a year ago. I was overweight and I was sick. So I decided to make a change because I had to do something about it. And it was, it was bad. And I lost 60 pounds already. And right now I'm here. I'm only in the middle. I have 20 more days left still. I'm on the 11th day fast. And I have more energy than ever.
Oh my gosh, so much energy, this guy.
No food, nothing.
We did a 12-mile bike ride, and that wasn't an easy bike ride yesterday.
Not an easy bike ride.
That hill was torturous for most people, and this guy, he's ahead of me.
Oh, he's just going.
Yeah. He's
felt like a machine yesterday. So people that are scared to fast, there might be turbulence in the first few days because the hunger for food, but after that, something kicks in, and
easy breezy.
Wow. I can still keep going. I don't know how long, but I can still keep going.
So you're 11 days, and really, it's sort of like the day you came here, it's still the day before, right? You just had a cabbage salad. So you're pretty much almost like 12 days with zero.
Yeah.
Now, we've given you some different advanced therapies, too. Dr. Mari's been giving you IV therapies. I gave you a couple of by-the-mouth therapies.
Yeah.
And, wow, remember, you haven't had any food for 11 days. So where's the stuff that's coming out of you coming from?
Yeah, I actually took a picture of it. I wish I could show it because it's phenomenal what could come out of this human body. People that don't believe sludge could come out of you, it comes out of you. You know, it's there.
Yeah, so he did one of Dr. Cassar's little famous vodka clean out drink shots, and then they went for a bike ride. And this guy had some serious toilet action happen.
Well, the Pacopia also really.
The Bacopa, yeah.
Yeah, today I took the Pacopia. It was a little rich, but a little turbulence in the stomach, which is I was told was going to happen, and.
So I kind of want to point out, like, with these two, they were already pretty advanced on their health journey. And, you know, the retreat here is more of an intimate setting. There's not tons of people in the group. It's more like 2, 3 at a time. And so there's a lot of personal contact. And we're able to, you know, make the program fit your level. So both of these guys are much more advanced. So that's why 11th day fasting person's able to do vodka clean out drinks and go for bike rides because he's already much more advanced. So I want to say that that's not what everyone does here, but these people are already, you know, he's been more than a year on his health journey. She's been for much more than a year on her health journey, and you know, then they found out about the retreat, and now they're here to really elevate their health to that next level. So they're already at super healthy. They're going to.
You've already taken off several of the easy layers to take off, and now you're like a race car driver that's just trying to get one more horsepower out of his car. In the beginning, it's really easy to change because it's a lot of things you have to learn. You have to relearn. But you know, when you really want to get serious, then you have to go to a place too where you're not comfortable. Your body's not comfortable, your mind's not comfortable, and coming to Hawaii here, I mean, was it peaceful for both you guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's just make one thing straight. By the way, I don't even drink, so I don't want people to think we're bound. It was a
shot.
That was a what we call a therapeutic type of therapy.
Yeah.
This wasn't for recreation. It was for you to be able to do exactly what you did, was show a picture to me about sludge.
Here's the thing is with a vodka drink is if people are wondering or they don't watch Dr. Cassar, or maybe you don't even know about terrain modification. So what we do, or what the goal is with the vodka clean out drinks, and like I said, this is more of an advanced therapy that we're doing, is that, you know, you can do colonics, you can clean the rear, you can clean the colon, but what about the top upper part of your digestive tract? You have 40 feet of your digestive tract. So when you want to get that upper part, you've got to go in from the top, right?
Exactly.
So that's what we're doing with the vodka, is we're really trying to get that top part of the intestine.
And what did the vodka have in it? It had activated charcoal, usually put
Sodium
MSM,
bicarbonate.
sodium bicarbonate,
Soleil.
Soleil.
It was very salty, so as for taste of vodka, you didn't even taste it.
Magnesium.
Yeah. And I didn't feel tipsy at all.
Well, you just took a few shots, but you also washed it down with a lot of water, because
Yes.
the principal effect of doing any of these types of therapies is to really see if you could deaccumulate. How you do it's another story, and can you do it? That's another story too. But like I said, both you guys are pretty advanced, because you've lost 60 pounds. And it's not so much you've lost weight, you've changed. I don't know who you were, you know, before, but when I see you out front, when I see you in the morning exercising, you've got such a beautiful child energy. Okay?
Thank you.
You do. And this is what happens to you when you get healthy.
Yep.
Okay? You see it through not only your eyes, because you can see yourself, it's happy all day, but other people that meet you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I just want to point out as well, that, you know, as like, you know, for the past, like, I don't know how many years, I've been taking so many supplements, vitamin, you know, if you go to my house, so many of them, that all kind of vitamin I try, you know, and when I come here, you know, like Dr. Marie and Dr. Cassar say, stop that, you know, you just like totally change your diet, eating raw food, you know, and I've been doing that, and you know what, is the energy is just awesome. I don't know where I get the energy from. It just, and I haven't even taken that vitamin, even a pill, you know, for the past 3 weeks. But again, the energy is there, and just like I keep eating, and you know, maybe some of my friends will be surprised, because like, you know, when I go back down, they was like, "Is this how much you eat?" But it's just like, it's awesome. The food that, you know, the raw food is just awesome. I mean, never know that would be so simple, delicious.
And I'm glad you bring that up,
yeah.
because, like we were saying, she's so healthy. She's been on the health road for a long, long time, but she came here, and now you were like, wow, raw food. Like, I didn't realize it was so, like, easy, and I could just do it just like this, and it's actually good.
It's good, and it just, you know, when you eat it, you feel like sexy. You don't feel like sexy. You feel like, wow, I feel just, I mean, I really do, good for my body. Like my body is my template and deserve the best of everything. And it's just totally different. And I think that's part of the terrain modification, things that Dr. Cassar was, mentioning. So I'm glad I'm going, when I go back, definitely I will gonna continue on this healthy diet.
So that's one thing that you got. I mean, that's one thing, an advanced health person can come here and get. Is there anything else that you feel that you learned here that you're going to take home with you that kind of like took your health to the next?
The other part that I think that I like as well is about the gua sha part, how you scrub your face, your skin, detoxing the whole, body,
body care.
Self body, and there's a lot of, tips, on the, like the vodka part, the cleansing with
vodka,
alcohol,
skin washing,
which I think is awesome. It's great, and I've been
now you
practicing
can go
that.
home and teach your friends.
Exactly. So that's good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, you know what? Why don't you explain? Because Dr. Mari's been doing some medical therapies with you. Did you feel anything from those therapies at all as far as being bad? Did you notice that they put you in bed for a day and a half, when you did one? Did you notice any bad feelings or anything from them?
From the chelation therapy or anything?
No, actually, I'm actually quite afraid of this, insertion, but so far so good. I mean, I had my last chelation today, and there's no any bad experience or anything like that. It's everything went very smoothly.
How many chelations did you have?
I have like what?
She had 8.
8.
Yeah, so we like to do at least sets of 8. To get the full benefit. She also did glutathione pushes after, so that's a really strong antioxidant. You always want to use it in combination with detox, so to protect your body and help the liver to detox as well. And then you also did alpha lipoic acid,
castor oil pack as
castor
well.
oil packs every day, and so you said that's something you're going to take home as well.
Yep,
so that's just another little thing that you get. We can't even think of all of them, I'm sure, right now, but it's just I just really want to illustrate the fact that even if you're already an advanced practitioner and you already are so into health and you do all this stuff and you think you eat healthy, like Betty, she did eat healthy, but she came here and she's like, I could eat healthier.
Exactly.
I could do castor oil packs. I can get off all these supplements, So there's always...
And the other thing that I learned as well about grounding, where you're just running on the, barefoot on the grass, that's not the thing that I was like, I should do more, when I go back to Singapore, so that's another part that I was like, oh, it's cool. And, the other one is taking minerals. How important is taking magnesium, silica for your hair, for your nails, skin. Iodine.
And not even just taking it by your mouth. You're putting it on your skin so your body can actually absorb it through your skin.
Yes, exactly. So, I never realized that kind of stuff. Like, wow, it's a very, very thorough eye-opener for me.
You know what I'm just noticing too is like, gosh, I wish we got pictures, but Dr. Cassar took her in the sauna and did all this gua sha with her. Your armpit was like purple, the whole thing, and it's already gone. And it's only been like 4 days or something.
Yeah, no, and I did you pretty aggressive because I want you to sort of do yourself a few times first. And you know what? You're next.
Chris is next.
And this guy here is advanced, so I can do him advanced. And some people I have to do not advanced because they're not. Their skin's very fragile. They're not, they haven't really practiced this a lot because their body, you've already lost 60 pounds, so you've done a lot of homework.
Yeah, so Chris has really been on the road.
I sent you tools too of gua sha tools. I make my own because I was so overwhelmed with gua sha. And if people should really learn it, it's a great way of cleansing your body. And you'll get turbulence when you first do it. Women, especially my wife, she got black and blue. But like today, she called me in New York. She did it this morning. Gua sha in 2-degree weather, back home.
Makes you feel great. And then, in case for any of you people are wondering what's gua sha, what do you keep talking about gua sha? You can Google Dr. Robert Cassar and gua sha skin cleaning, skin scraping. Basically, your skin is the largest detox organ in your body. A lot of people think your liver is most important, but your skin is actually the way that you can be getting toxins out all day, every day, which is what's important is frequency of being able to expel toxins. So we are basically with the gua sha, you're trying to make sure all your pores are clear so that you're able to excrete, because so many of us have this thick layer of plugged yeast mold fungus right under our layer, like thin layer of skin. So that's what the gua shaing is about. But I wanted to get into a little bit of talking with Chris because in most of our interviews, we're interviewing people who have already finished and they're ready to go home, and they can tell you about their experience. But Chris is interesting because he's kind of midway through, and he's doing this a lot. You know, he's on his 11th day of his fast, so you can kind of see how he's feeling energetically. But also, he has been having some really cool detox reactions. He got this rash, and so it's getting a lot better now. But it was really vesicular a couple days ago. It almost looked like a 3rd-degree burn.
Yes.
And he has actually a couple large patches of the same type of rash on his back. And so as far as like the water fast, I think these are really cool things to show people that, you know, you used to have a really terrible diet, yeah?
Oh, yes.
Like McDonald's.
Yes.
And always processed foods, Italian, lots of Italian
Yes.
food. And so this is really cool. This is really cool to see. These are the types of things that people can go through.
I suffered 25 years with a sinus headache, and when I changed my diet, I haven't had a headache in over 9 months. And that what I gave up was meat, dairy, and even fish. And the dairy really hurt me a lot because I was allergic to milk even from when I was born. I never went near it. And I always had mucus in my head, and I'm just so happy that no more of those pains once a week with headache. And you got to obey your body. You have to find out what your body wants, basically. And if that doesn't work, keep pressing. You got to keep pressing on, and you know.
Let me ask you. I mean, you're obviously very motivated yourself to like be on your own health journey, and you lost 60 pounds by yourself, and you cut out cheese and all that stuff by yourself. So, what made you want to come here? And then, are you getting, you know, what you?
I want to advance it. I want to advance it higher with the therapies IV. I with the chelation, and also to get away from the cold in New York. I mean, if people would come in and feel the air, it's thin. There's no car smells here. It's like being in an oxygen tent all around it. It's absolutely gorgeous.
And what views do you have? You're already looking at right now.
Yeah,
The ocean.
I'm looking at the ocean, and it seems not even real. And the palm trees everywhere, not planted by man. Most of them are just here. It's just
Everybody
beautiful.
says that. It feels like I'm not even really here.
Yeah.
Well, especially with the waterfalls. Did you go on the waterfalls?
Yes,
Yeah,
twice.
oh my gosh. She's been in the
And
water.
what a massage! If you could stay under there and you want to get your traps massage, the best massage you can get, and you don't have to leave a tip. know?
Exactly.
So yeah, he's been really enjoying the waterfall. So would you tell other people, you know, who are already kind of advanced and stuff, that there's a benefit to coming to a? I mean, like, you know, for your fast, as far as like this environment, it's much better to be in this.
Oh,
type
of course. It's just Hawaii is absolutely gorgeous, and you know, it's quiet. The animals, and you got to come here in the right frame of mind. You got to come here, you know, saying, "I'm going to change." You know, you got to believe in yourself, and you can't just depend on you and the other doctor. You got to have, you know, faith to go forward with this. You know, I'm going there to change. That's how I lost weight. I was progressive. I mean, my back went out 5 times. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was on the floor with exercising, but I kept getting up and kept going forward. And I started shedding and shedding. I mean, I had boils under my arms, a lot of crap coming out of me. Detox is not an easy thing. A lot of turbulence is going to occur.
Yeah.
So don't think it's going to be easy. But you know what? It's well worth it. It's better than being in a hospital. I would come home from work and just crash on the floor and say, what is wrong with me? But I knew something was wrong. And
now he's just a ball of energy.
Oh, yeah.
This guy just
Wait till I
wakes
start
up in the
eating.
morning and starts.
I'll be probably cutting the grass here.
Yeah, I'm a little scared, but we'll see. Okay, so overall it's been enjoyable for you. And then Chris will be having an exit interview, so you'll get to see him now as 11 days not eating any food, and then you'll get to see how he does, you know, after we've been doing raw food, and then we'll recheck in.
I've noticed this guy, he walks around with his shirt off, okay? Not because he's sporting around, because it's Hawaii. And your body has changed massively, okay? And yours has, okay? You just don't know it because you see yourselves all the time and look at yourselves.
That's right.
But both you guys, I can see your vascularity, okay? Your face has totally tightened up. You've rejuvenated many years just from, you haven't even been here 2 weeks, okay?
No, I've been here 8 days only. That's it.
Yep.
8 days. I still have, 20 more to go? Yeah.
All right, we're switching.
Okay, I was the filmmaker before, and so now we're gonna go ahead and switch, and Dr. Mari's doing the film. Now, can you explain, some people ask all the time, what do you guys do up there? What am I gonna do for 21 days? Am I locked in a room? Are you gonna starve me? I mean, what did you guys do?
Went to the beach, which is absolutely gorgeous. The air there. Farmer's market. If you love fruit, all like designer items of jewelry and handcrafted, it's phenomenal. It's just even just driving down the roads here, the views of the waterfalls, it's breathtaking. You want to stop the car in the middle of the highway if you could, and just keep looking at it for a half hour. It's just so tranquil. It's a little bit of heaven on earth here. I'll tell you that.
And without even leaving the place here, I mean, beauty's everywhere you look, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, before I came here, I was keep thinking like, what am I gonna do here? For 21 days. But surprisingly, I mean, aside from going to like farmer market, the beach, we went to like a self-love party, for Valentine's Day, flow yoga, all this kind of thing. But again, this place itself, I mean, the energy is just amazing. I mean, I can't really explain it, but you just feel it, and sometimes I don't have to do anything, I don't have like keep myself busy with like all this running around thing. Just be quiet, just watching the view and then the beauty surrounded here. It's just, and the day just, goes by pretty fast, so it's I don't get bored. I'm just like, really, I mean,
Like I said, did you get bored so far?
So far, no.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, the first few days you have to go through this turbulent change
Yes.
because there's a lot of things
Yeah,
going on.
exactly.
You may not sleep so good. You're spending time on the tallest mountain in the world, so there's a lot of energy here.
Yeah.
You're breathing, 25, 26, 27% oxygen. You're looking everywhere you see. There's no brown. You know what I said? There's green at least everywhere. Green, blue, indigo, and violet.
And the setting here, this house here, it just make you feel very comfortable.
All the crystals.
You just feel like like you feel like you're this is your home. You don't feel like very strange like here. I mean, the house is so big, so nice, but again, you just feel like this is my home. I can walk around, get things done, and just do whatever or do nothing actually. But still, just feel home.
Me just looking at these guys up close right now, she looks so clean and so little baby faced right now. Okay, and this guy here, like I said, he's a GQ model now. So I said, I see this guy with his shirt off. I said, hey, you could go ahead and do the Calvin Klein underwear thing, He's even got some abs going. I told him today, I said, I could see your valves in your arm. Okay?
I haven't seen my abs since I was 18, and I'm 45 now. It's unbelievable.
It's never too late.
Yep.
And I'm looking at Betty, and I see her from far away. She looks like a 17-year-old kid with stomach muscles. And look at how soft your skin is.
Thank you.
And you're not 18 years old.
Yep.
You're supposed to have all ragged and wrinkly, and you touch it, and it's all dry like a leather bag.
Why don't we tell people our ages in case they're wondering?
Like I said, I'm 45, and as Betty was talking about the house, I love the way he has it decorated regarding the. I was a big fisherman, so seeing all the fish on the wall, and it's just I said, wow, this is right up my alley. The ocean and the fish, and that's about it. I was going to talk about the house.
You just love it.
Yeah.
Well, the house is, we've designed the house to make it so it's got the, museum type feeling to it because
Yep.
it's got furniture from Bali, we've got statues from India,
Exactly.
Buddha heads, and you've got, the natural world, you've got the fish, you've got some turtle, all different types of pictures of wildlife, and look at that 700-pound big piece of coconut tree right there inside here. All different types of very unique. I like natural wood.
Yes.
And I like statues. So because the energy,
It's
just
different.
makes you feel at
Yeah,
home.
exactly. And I mean, I'm not a movie goer, but I was amazed as well for the selection of the entertainment here. I mean, it's like, you have all this movie that you can watch, from the Apple TV. Wow, it's just, yeah.
In case you're really bored.
In case you read, but I barely watch the movie here, but it's
I don't think we've
excellent.
even had we haven't had any movies on since you guys have been here.
Yeah.
So
And-
some groups are different though.
And you've got all the internet you want. If you need to bow down
Absolutely.
to internet, it's all right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can.
I believe I think you put on one when I was getting a pack on my stomach and I fell asleep anyway. I slept every time you saw me. I was napping, right?
Yep.
And I
The
slept.
best thing you've ever done.
Chris
though.
has
When's the
been a
last time?
model faster. I mean, he has just done all.
When's the last time you've taken a nap? Really, think about it. This is like, people coming up here. What you're doing is this is for you. Okay. When's the last time you've done something for yourself?
Exactly.
Really did something for yourself instead of just doing something for everybody else, children, animals, your work, your boss,
Yeah.
whatever it is. I mean, this is like, when I see people rest, that's what you need. That's the best
Absolutely.
thing.
Especially being in New York, the hustle and bustle, and but you know what? You could live this lifestyle in New York if you really want to do it. Not with the weather and the surroundings, but I'm talking that when you leave this place, you have to continue this, which I'm gonna do because I was doing it before I came here, and it's just this lifestyle is you can't live what the world offers you with this food and restaurants. That's all I did was eat restaurants and everything in time. You just starts accumulating. I looked 6 months pregnant. I was at 38 waist. Now I'm at 31, and it's What am I gonna wait for? When I'm 45 to make this change?
Or when you're
I mean
sick.
55.
When you're sick.
Yeah.
That's when I actually see a lot of people try to make reason in their head. That's why I was saying with you two guys, both these people are logical here. Okay, most people that actually start asking questions, they're really is because they're scared. Okay, they have fear running their mind. These people here, that's why I said both you guys are logical. You've already started your own health care. Okay, remember, your insurance that you purchase is the amount of awareness that you put into your life. Your health plan is not what you think it is. Remember, it's only for your sick. It doesn't help you in your health. You have to take control of your own health. And so, you've done a lot of homework, haven't you, both you guys, being able to...
Yes.
And the other thing I would just remember that really is a surprise to me. It's again a new eye opener for me. Is about when you talk about when we're hungry. Is that really that we need food, or is the parasite or fungus or yeast in us? And for me, this is really an eye opener for me. Like, oh wow, this is so true that we don't really need to eat all the time.
That's right.
Yeah,
most of the time people get they call false signals. So when I tell people, look, if you think you're hungry, forget about the parasite thing because that's really mostly what's happening. But most likely you're chronically dehydrated. So you drink 25. I bring water with me everywhere. If I was hungry, then I would drink about maybe half of this bottle the way it is right now at one time. And then I'll wait 5 minutes and ask myself the same question. Am I hungry anymore? No. Were you hungry or just were you empty? Did you just need water?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Well, look at us yesterday. We went on that bike ride up the most tallest mountain, and
And you haven't had any food for 12 days.
yeah.
Okay.
And any steeper, we would have pulled a papa wheelie on it. I mean, and how far did we go up?
And this guy was aggressive. It's not like, a lot of people, Dr. Mari knows, they push their bike up that mountain, okay? They push it. Your mom was one of them too, okay? Almost 50% of the people, it's not easy is what I'm saying. I don't care what shape you're in. You could be 18 years old and you're going to push your bike. You can see you guys have done your homework. Like I said, both you guys have this really super vital, and this is what happens when you really step up to eating more live food and putting a lot of liquids in your system. Your system just vibrates higher. You have more energy, you have more vitality, you have more charisma. People like you more. Okay, some people that are lazy won't like you as much. It's because you're showing them up. Your energy is sort of brilliant. It's illuminated, okay? And a lot of people don't really like that type of competition. So, when you usually, you've got a family. I'm not sure how it is with your family or so, but you've had to go ahead. You were the pioneer of your family.
Yes. And I'm grateful my wife saw the changes occurring in me, and then she tagged along. And now it helps having a woman cook
A companion.
Yeah.
Now, how long did it take before she actually saw any validity in anything you were doing? Because remember, in the beginning, she's going, "What are you doing?"
I say a good month. She said a few times, I think you're going overboard with it. But you know what? I'd rather be a little overboard and with health and truth than what the world has offered me out there with food and their so-called health.
That's right.
You know.
So do you have any other type of, are you ever trying to share your movements with your friends or your family or anything? And what kind of correspondence do you get? Is it easy to share with family?
Well, they always call me I'm a health freak. Like, oh gosh, you know, you're just a paranoid Betty, you know, all this thing. But the way I look at, hey, you know, I know I'm different, but I'm doing it, you know, for my own body. My body's getting it's my temple. You know, I have to take care of it. Nobody gonna take care of my body except myself. And again, this is just for me. It's personal. It's a new journey for me.
And it's fun
beginning.
too, isn't it?
It's fun. It is fun.
Is
Absolutely.
it fun?
Yes. Yes.
It's fun. So a lot of people in the beginning, it may not be as fun as what we're having, but I guarantee you, in time, it will be fun. You know, it's just like doing a spin class, okay? The first 20 times you do a spin class, you're not going to like them. First 20 yoga classes you do, you're going to say, I feel worse than I did when I first started, okay? The first 20 times you start exercising in the gym or whatever you do, after 20 times, though, your nerves, your neural nets start to get reprogrammed. And if you don't do it, then your body feels crummy. So it's like this reverse thing. But you have to go through a little bit of this turbulence, like you said.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was just thinking, all the times going to the doctor's office with back pain, and the first thing you go there, they say, could you please get on the scale? The nurse says, and then they take their blood pressure. Then the doctor comes in. I mean, I look at the charts. I fell in the obesity class. I want to say, why didn't this doctor say, you know what, before you talk to me about your back pain, lose 50 pounds, lose 30 pounds, then come to me. What do? They put you on a pill. They put you on this pill. And it's just, it's a wicked cycle.
Our healthcare system is a sick care system.
It's a sick care
not a
system.
healthcare system.
Exactly.
You know, when I used to work in the hospital, and my father used to run hospitals, so I got a chance to work in any department I wanted to. And the best department to work was in the emergency, because that's real medicine.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, they save you. They help people right now. But when you get into the sick care departments, it's a menagerie, okay? And the people that actually run the departments, I don't care if it's the nutritionist or the chief of staff of the oncology department, why are these people looking like, and this guy's maybe 70 years old, and he's the chief of staff, but he looks like he's 8 months pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay? He's going to be sitting in one of these beds soon enough because, you know, I just want to make sure I don't say the wrong thing, but I'm embarrassed, okay? When you get sick, and like I said, these two people are being logical because most people, you'll have to go ahead and choose. I say this to people a lot of times. If you don't change your ways now, then you're going to have to look in a book and you're going to have to figure out what disease, what sickness that you want to actually suffer and die from on this planet. Okay, so living smart is actually what I call living a supernatural, what these people are doing. They're living a supernatural lifestyle because it's not just natural. They're aware of what they're doing. They're not just following the herd. You guys are learning by actually not only experimenting and finding out that what you're doing is working, or you tweak it, whatever you have to do, but you really have to understand why you're doing it. So logic goes hand in hand with reason.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is what I want to really get to. Once you do this for like 30 days and really clean up just a layer of yourself, your mind starts to get clarity.
Oh, yeah.
That's what everybody says when they come here, you know, and you know,
I had a lot of brain fog, and it just has given up. Even once you change your diet, you start seeing you get the spunk back in your speech. You could think quicker, you know, and you so.
One thing I notice is as I'll have like, I don't know if it's just for me, but I'll have like all these ideas, just like
100%.
great ideas. I'll be like, wow, all these things, all these ideas just coming up, you know, and I think that's part of like the clarity, you know, whereas before maybe.
You know, you're saying that because that's why I only have one meal a day. It's because all day I have ideas. I'm inspired.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm so happy to be alive. And if I eat, you know what I want to do is I want to go take a nap. It's a sedative. And if I'm really going to, you know, like go talk to somebody where I need to be more grounded, then I'll have a light meal. Something that's live food, though. Because if not, if I have a lot of cooked food, what it does is it makes me feel lethargic. It turns me into the sort of like this drone sedated person that I don't like. I don't like my feelings like that. So I have one meal a day, and it took a while for me to train myself to do that. But when I'm hungry, if I have to eat something, if I have to, I'll have 2 sips of my fermented smoothie. Okay, I try to go ahead and do like we showed you, a lot of fermented stuff, because that's the best thing you can do is have your probiotic bacteria. We show you how to make yourself. It's very simple. And you add that to pretty much everything if you can. If you're going to make ketchup, probiotic ketchup. You're going to make condiments, probiotic, taco sauce, whatever condiments you're going to do. If you're going to have milk, it's good to take your probiotic bacteria if you're going to have raw milk. And what you do is you put 2 tablespoons, mix it up, put it on the counter for a day, or even keep it in your refrigerator. And after 2 days, now you're ready to drink it, because the sugar made the probiotics in there actually turn. And why you're trying to become healthy is because you're trying to really grow back your stomach bacteria, because once they're healthy, then you're happy. You know, and that's where a lot of people get happy. They go, geez, you know, since I've eaten raw food, or I got the detox therapies, I'm just happier. Well, you're happier because your gut wall bacteria don't have a lot of pathogens, and they make your brain chemicals.
Yep.
Okay, so the most important thing is really, that's when we really start clearing ourselves up. Our gut wall bacteria really thrive, and it does, like this crystal. It makes you happy. It's like a side effect.
Everybody's got their crystals. Cassar clan.
You
Just got mine.
You get one of those when you get close to graduating, or you need a lot of help in the beginning, and you get it in the very beginning. You notice you didn't get yours till the very end. Why? It's because, you know what?
These guys are advanced.
You're advanced already, and look at you. You graduated. You got this because you graduated now. All right? Well,
Thank you, Dr. Cassar. Thank you.
she's such a sweet girl, and I'd give you a kiss too, but I won't. Yeah. Anyways, their energies are beautiful, and actually, I'm so happy just to see people that want to take this leap of faith.
Yeah.
It's a leap of faith for you guys to be able to say, I'm going to experiment with myself and try some of these. They're logical, but I don't know about them.
And you know what? And you will see the results. If this is working for me, I see the results. Sometimes I look in the mirror, I laugh a little, like, is this really me here? You know?
Looking like a GQ model.
I was never. You saw the pictures how fat I was at dinners, and my cheeks out to here.
Hey, you got a nice chin right now. Before, all of a sudden, that's why a lot of people wear goatees, is because they're trying to cover up that thing underneath called the second chin.
Turkey flap or something.
Yeah, and this is what I've noticed with her too. Look at her skin, how nice,
And it's got a good
soft.
color.
You know, both these guys. Okay, and that's part of really changing your diet is your skin. Okay, your whole being starts to shine.
It is, and I think last but not least, I mean, just this whole thing is not just about transformation, but it's, for me personally, is a breakthrough. Every day I wake up, I just find a small breakthrough here and there, and then it's just amazing.
Little breakthroughs.
It's a breakthrough for me personally, to the next level.
Yeah, I call them epiphanies. All of a sudden, something all of a sudden changes you, and you go, I get this. And then all of a sudden, now it's not something you're just trying, it's in you now.
Yeah.
Now it's all of a sudden part of your program, because you've kicked out 2 or 3 things, and you've adopted one that actually takes care of 2 or 3 things. And the big picture, really everybody's trying to do is just live a happy life. Be wealthy, informational, and, see if you can get some evolution in this world, for yourself. And, as you can see, the world's a little dysfunctional right now.
It is.
And one of the things I wanted to say with you two guys, because these guys are pioneers like myself, Dr. Mari, and, seeing a video like this, we do these because I like to have people be able to see what other people are doing, but a picture's worth 1,000 words, but a video really makes get 1,000 new players to engage, because these guys are doing it. It's not just someone saying this or that, because people go, what agenda do you have?
These are real people.
You got to make the first step. You have to make the first step. And don't be discouraged if you trip up. Get right back up. Keep going. Just keep going. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I fell down. Even with getting colds and flus, because you're causing turbulence. Things are awakening. You're stirring your body up. It's fighting you. You're changing your diet. So you got to keep pressing forward. Keep pressing forward. And look to learn more. Be open-minded. And don't be scared.
Words of
wisdom.
Wisdom. And wisdom is, to me, it's just experience. So, you can be a wise guy and say a lot of stuff that you learn in books, okay? But you know what? When you really get into what you're doing and you experience it, then you become wise.
Exactly.
You know, like a wizard.
Yeah.
Wise because, you know, it's the best thing that you could ever...
People see it in the public. I mean, you could go into the store, they come talk to you. Your family members go, what happened, you know? Some people think you're getting sick, they don't know because you're getting skinnier. But, you know, but the people notice the vitality coming back and the life coming back in you.
And you inspire them. You inspire
Exactly.
them.
Yeah, and people may go ahead and look older for a while. I mean, you lose 60 pounds,
Yeah.
your skin's gonna bag.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna go through your turbulence. It's like a snake that sheds its skin. It looks really crummy for a while. All of a sudden, whoa! Overnight, all of a sudden, you got this new look to yourself. So,
Yep.
all right, you guys. Anything you want to say before we?
Get to dinner.
Get to dinner.
Well, he's not having dinner. He's still on water, right?
And I've been here, by the way, was I not watching you cook every night and watching you eat?
Yes, Chris
Didn't
has
faze
been
me.
watching us eat.
Didn't even faze me because I knew I was on a fast.
He's a champion.
Yeah. So,
And
a
not
good
only
role
that,
model.
but you're in good hands in an energy where you feel that this is why you come here. You know, it's not like at your house where everybody's doing this, and you know, I mean, you're in your old habits, is what I'm saying. Over
Yeah.
here, you don't have any habits.
no habits.
All right, so we'll check back in with Chris in a couple weeks.
Well, I think just, you know, like what Chris said, be open-minded, be vulnerable to new discovery. And then when you can, you know, discover all this breakthrough. That's for me. That's my story. Yeah.
Test and prove and see if it works. See, test it.
Don't just
And
believe.
you'll see. It'll happen.
Thousands of people have done this on their own, okay, to get to a certain level. This isn't hocus pocus. I mean, if you think that eating chemical synthetics, hormones, antibiotics, and all these different things are good for you, and if you don't think that cleaning your filters and sort of like, you know, like you do with your car, you change your filters in your car, your gas filter, your oil filter. Why? It's because you know you need to. Most people just don't know.
Yep.
So, I mean, see, once you start doing what they're doing, now they're sort of in the sickness like Dr. Mari and I have. It's because now they have to keep sharing because they see this sort of ignorance, not stupidity. It's ignorance that other people are doing before they actually have to backpedal when they get the sickness or they get this sick thing. You can really go ahead and help people head them off at the past.
Yeah.
And maybe they get sick at the same time. You know, everybody says, well, I can eat whatever. My mom lived to 90 years old and she ate steak and did whatever. You know, they didn't have chemicals, synthetics. They didn't have plastics. They didn't have all this stuff in their system, you know. And so my dad says that to me all the time. Oh, my mom lived to be 97 and she ate everything.
Well, maybe she lived to be 97, but did she live to be 97 with the clarity and the feeling good that these people
That's
feel?
what I wanted to get at too. But remember, because it's not just living. You want to be inspired. You want to keep on, like you said, you want to keep on feeling like you're a child every day. You're like not even learning. You're connecting the dots. You're feeling like all of a sudden I feel like this carnation. I feel like I'm not lost in space. I feel like I'm sort of, it's coming together and I feel like I'm
It's
more,
making sense.
yeah, I'm more a part of this system instead of it just being a fractal part of me.
Absolutely.
So,
And I feel light-footed. It's nice to feel light-footed. I had such foot pain for years. You know, now it's all gone.
Yeah.
When you carry extra luggage, you'll feel foot pain.
a lot of people I see, they complain about knee pain and back pain, and the first thing they have to do is just like you said, you got to lose 50 pounds and really change your life, and then most of those little aches and pains and all these little symptoms that you say you have, headaches, fogginess, whatever the case may be, constipation, they just go bye-bye.
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Cassar, and they have to exercise too. It's not just about eating, right? They have to get this machine moving. They got to get this blood flowing, and you know.
Which is one of the most important things that most people that you'll see that are actually sort of sharing some of this idea of upgrading your lifestyle. Exercise is like the number one things that you have to keep in your world. You know, whether I like it or not, I go to Dr. Mari's, she does her yoga class, and she kicks our butt every time. I mean, she's a yoga expert with her stretches, and I have to look over and see how it's done. I go, whoa, I got a long ways to go, but I'm getting there.
Exactly.
I'm getting there, but so, you know, it's really nice to be able to find other people that really like to take care of themselves. And once they do, then they all of a sudden they change their life. They change from whatever job they did before. Sometimes they get divorced, or sometimes the relationship gets deeper and better.
Yeah.
So it just depends on if you're ready for change. This is what change is about, because, you know, change is good as long as you know that you need to change. You know, exactly.
Well,
There we go.
thank you guys for
Thank
sharing.
you. Aloha.
All right. One more. Okay. She goes
thank
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, signing off.
Aloha. Everybody chakas.
Important reminder. All information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.